Yo, what up? It's your boy Ogasiv, also known as Oblivion Guru ES4. I wanted to make this video to share with my friends that play WoW, my subscribers that play WoW, and any random people that play WoW, how to stop losing PvP battlegrounds. Okay? Now, there's a very good chance that you are doing something very wrong. There's also a good chance that you are playing on bad teams. Pretty much, those are the two reasons that you'll lose. But I'm going to get a little more specific, and I've narrowed this down into 10 different things that you should do to stop losing BGs. Okay? Now, this is not everything. This is not everything. This is more general, and what I believe are the most important things to stop losing BGs. And this is casual. This is rated. This is how you stop losing. So number one, most important, and it has everything to do with everything on the list. Number one, communicate. Okay? You have to stay communicating with your team. Now I'm going to come back to that a million times, like a million times more, but number one is communicate. Okay? Number two is read chat, listen to others. So read the chat. Okay? The point of BGs is not to just fight people. The point of BGs is to win objectives, win honor, and have fun. And when you win, you get more honor. And you want that, because that's how you get gear. If you don't know about PvP gear, and if you don't know about PvP gear, I don't know what you're doing there. If you don't know what you're doing with honor, I don't know what you're doing in BGs. If you want to fight, go to a random town of the opposite faction and fight people. That's if you want to fight in the roads, that's where you belong. You do not belong in BGs, especially rated BGs. I get groups together sometimes of people I don't know, and we go for rated BGs. I'm disgusted when I see people fighting in the roads. So read chat. Read chat. There will be people who know what they're doing. There will be people that know how the BG works. Okay? I'm going to get to that later about how BGs work. But there will be someone who knows, and they will be saying enlightened things. Sometimes people are less enlightened. I heard somebody say, like with the Arathi Basin, that it's good to capture LM and hold LM, and if you have LM the whole time, you're fine. No, sorry. Has it worked for me? Sometimes people will say things that aren't right. But you know what? As long as you read the chat, you will know what's going on. You'll hear people calling incoming. You'll hear people telling you where they're going so that you can go help them. Because let's say a mage says, I'm going mine in Arathi Basin, right? So you look at your map and you see that mage is just the only person going to mine. You want to go to mine. Unless you have a real heavy job, like you're a tank guarding the most important base that your team has, you're going to go to mine. So it's things like that. You got to read chat. Number three, call incomings and inform others. So incoming, INC, if you're not familiar with it, holy shit, this video, you need more than this video. Incoming, INC, means that someone is coming to this base. So for example, in Arathi Basin, let's say farm is about to be attacked by LM. You can say Inc farm. If it's a humongous group, you can say Inc farm in all caps. You can say big Inc farm. Massive fucking Inc farm. That's what you say. You can also say Inc farm from LM. If Lumber Mill is sending shit down, it makes perfect sense. It's very informative to say Inc farm from LM. It's real quick to type, and now I know that that's where they're coming from. They're not coming from mine. They're not coming from BS. They are coming from LM. So calling inks is very, very important. That's how you keep bases, and that's how you keep getting resources, and that's how you win. That's how you win. You know what I mean? You completely objective. That's how you win. You don't win from killing shit. That's not how it works. That's arenas. That's where you should go if you want to kill shit. Arenas. And if you die too much in arenas, then don't go to BGs just to kill shit. Do you hear what I'm saying? So call inks. Let people know when shit is coming. And I'm going to get back to that in the next one. Number 4, be aware. You got to be aware. Now that means watching your map. That does mean watching your map. If you, I don't know if you know this, if you hit Shift M, it brings up a little tiny map down in the lower right corner for me. I don't know. I don't know how it is on other people's UIs, but on Elv UI, which is what I use, the map shows up down there. I can see where everybody is. It's real good reference. If you need to, hit M, pop up that map. Very good to be aware. Very good to know where your teammates are. And if they're playing right, they will be telling you where they are. But be aware. And what does that mean exactly? Well, game awareness in World of Warcraft, in BGs. Let's say I'm going to keep this in Arathi Basin. Let's say we're up on, you know how LM, Lumber Mill, is up on a big old hill. Well, I can see stables for Alliance. I can see farm from up there, right? And I can see blacksmith. So let's say we've got one of our mages all alone guarding blacksmith. Okay. And let's say you see people incoming from stables to BS. Call Inc. BS. Even if you're at LM, and it does not matter, okay? It doesn't matter to you, but it matters to them and it matters to your team, and you lose that, and you might damn well lose the game. So you call that Inc. because maybe the mage doesn't see it. You're up there, and that's game awareness, and that's communication, okay? And that's calling Incs, that's informing others. You are blasting through tons of this list already. If you're up on top of LM and you see people coming to BS, let everybody know. Especially the person that's at BS if they're not letting people know. Because maybe they don't know yet. Maybe they can get ready. So, be aware. Be very aware. Be constantly aware. I also should mention that this is not out of PvP. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you win BGs by, you never stop moving. You never stop moving, never stop turning, never stop getting behind people. I'm not going to tell you that, because this is not a video on how to win PvP. This is a video on how to win BGs. So, let's see. Number 5 is know the BG. Now, that's not so easy, okay? It's not so easy, but it is. But it fucking is. So there's really no excuse. I know you don't want to sit around and look up the BG on YouTube, look up every single BG on like Wowpedia or Wowhead or whatever the fuck. You don't want to do that. I know. But as you play, you'll get experience. So there's really only a few different types of BGs. There's like Siege, like Isle of Conquest, and like whatever that fuck the one is where you're like going up the beach, you're like breaking down through the doors. There's Siege, where you have to break into the enemy's base and then beat something at the end. Right? That's Siege. It's less common. There's just straight up capture the flag, where both teams have a flag. You got to get this flag over to this flag, but if both flags are out, you can't capture, so you have to kill this flag and get it to respawn so you can capture, right? And then there's like the base resource thing, like Arathi Basin. It's my shit. Where as long as you have a base, it's producing resources. The more bases, the more resources. You hit 1,500 resources, you win. There's like the mine carts, which is kind of like that, but it's moving bases. You feel me? So know the BG. When you pop into Isle of Conquest, you need to know damn well where you are and how it works. Okay? Because you win Isle of Conquest and Siege, things like that, but Isle of Conquest specifically, you win by beating a handful of mobs inside the enemy base. All right? That's how you win. More or less. You have to break down their outer walls. I'm starting to ramble. Am I going to get back to this, though? I guess, you know what? This is going to be 11. 11 steps, because I got something else I got to mention. So number 5 is know the BG. Just know what the fuck you're doing. Know where the fuck you are. Know where you're supposed to be. Or, like, if their team, imagine it this way. If their team had no players whatsoever, no fucking buddy, it's just your team accomplishing a goal all alone, I mean, obviously you're going to win. So what do you do to get there the quickest? That's your BG. That's what you got to do. Imagine that there's nobody fucking there, and then just fight them peripherally. They're just extra. Okay? So I'm gonna say number 6, CC healers. Honestly, healers keep everybody invincible. They're a pain in the dick. When my healers get swamped, that's when my team goes down. So I've noticed that it's a really good idea for me to CC healers, especially as rogue. I play 100 rogue, my subtlety rogue. It's a very good idea to CC healers because everybody's invincible when they have that healer there. That healer gets brought down and they kind of start to drip out and die. So I'm going to say CC healers. Fuck it. Fuck it. Number 6. Number 7, fight at the flag or the objective. I feel like this should go without saying, but I can kind of see how people could misinterpret this and how people could not understand this. So fighting at the flag is very important. Why is that important? Let's say the flag is here, and you got an enemy coming up this way, and you're guarding the flag. Let's say my nose right here is the flag. And you got an enemy coming up here, you run down this way, and you start fighting, and you're running around each other, and you're fighting. All of a sudden, fucking this rogue pops up here. They start to cap, and you wasted a bunch of your cooldowns. You try to drag them over here. You get stunned on the way, and like before you know it, you fucking lost because you ran away from the flag. Stay right the fuck at that flag. As soon as you see that guy, call Ink, and just start fighting as soon as they hit the flag, and that's where you fight. Don't let them distract you. Don't let them pull you away. You'll waste a whole lot of time and energy over here while somebody's sneaking in over here. It's best to have everybody wasting their energy on you in one spot, which is the spot that they want to be, which is the objective. All right, and the same thing goes for pretty much all of them. In the siege ones, don't just fight in the fucking road. Do the objective. Fight who fights you, for sure. Fight who you have to. Fight the guy who has the flag and capture the flag. But don't just fight people. There's literally no fucking reason to just aggro every single person. That's what Arena is for. That's what World PvP is for. World PvP and Arena are for killing people, okay? BG is for objectives. This video is already 12 minutes long. I'm so sorry. I just really wanted to make this as comprehensive as possible because I just played like 3-4 LFG BGs, and I encountered a few really shitty teams. The shittiest in a while. I'm never on teams that lose. In casual even. Never. Ever. So now that I'm losing, I feel like I should give some advice. I wish I could remember the name of the guy. So, I mean, there's this one guy who we had a verbal battle. I hope he looks this up. Hope he finds this video, because he can go fuck himself. But he's uninformed. He just doesn't know. He's probably not used to winning. So, let's keep going, because there's some very important ones. These are not listed in terms of importance, except for communicate, because that is number 1. So, let's see. Fight at the flag. No verbal friendly fire. Number 8, no verbal friendly fire. This is fucking important, okay? So let's say the message pops up and it's like you're playing Horde and it's like Alliance has gathered 1,200 resources and is close to victory. And people start saying GG. GG means good game. GG means it's over. Fuck that. I feel like I could have saved that for later. Here's a better example. So all of you, it's Isle of Conquest, right? And your team's got the hangar. And you're all up in the gunship, right? Gunship's flying around. You're all on the guns, right? Let's say you're all shooting at one of the gates, which is what you fucking do. Everyone shoots the same gate. When you get on a gun and you're shooting, you look at what everybody else is shooting and you shoot that. And if everybody's shooting random shit, shoot the same thing as one of those people. And everybody else should start shooting with them. Okay? Now let's say there's one person that's not. I'll give you an anecdotal example. I'll give you a real life example. One person is not. Okay? One person is just shooting random fucking gate. So you got this gate that everybody's attacking that's like down to like 60%. Right? And you got this guy shooting at this fucking 95%, 94%. 93, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is the point there? He could be adding on to how much damage this one's taking, but instead he's shooting this one randomly. Because he knows he's got to shoot the gates, he just fucking... He doesn't know that he's not doing anything. You know what I mean? He doesn't know that he's not getting any closer to victory. He doesn't know that he's not winning. So you say to him, hey, attack the east gate. You're attacking the north gate. And he comes back, I fucking am, bro. Anything else, mom? You know what I mean? He comes back at you with like all this stupid fucking shit. He comes back at you like, God. And then after the whole discussion, he's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna shoot the gates anymore. And he just goes and like fucking AFKs somewhere. None of that. None of that. When someone tells you what to do, no matter how harshly they do, and they should not do it harshly, but no matter what the fuck they say, don't waste your time doing that. Don't waste your time typing. Play well. Go towards the objective. Don't just kill shit, and don't fight your team. Because you know what? The other team, when you're losing and you see your team fighting, guess what they're not doing? They're not fighting. They're telling each other where to go and listening to it. Do you get what I'm saying? When I'm playing a game and everybody's fighting, dude, fucking holy shit. When I queue for casual, right, and I enter the game and everyone's fighting, and we're at like 300 resources and the opposing team is like 1,300 resources, it is so obvious what the fuck is happening. When when my team is fighting and they're not winning, it's very clear what the fuck happened to their team. Someone said what to do. Somebody said shut the fuck up. I've been told to shut the fuck up. When I said like, hey, go BS, go capture BS. I've been told to shut the fuck up. Now, why the fuck are you in BGs? If somebody tells you to get the objective, they tell you where you gotta go, they tell you how to win. They literally give you the fucking ticket. They give you the cheat code. Go there, we win. And you say fuck you. You say shut the fuck up. That makes no sense. So, verbal friendly fire, honestly, if you join one and people are fighting, I'd fucking leave. It's a waste of time for everyone. As soon as there's infighting. This is such a big one, dude. I know I waited till like number fucking what? Like number 8? Number 8, no friendly fire, but fuck, that is so important. As soon as you start fighting with your teammates, all downhill. All downhill. Fuck that. We're at 17 minutes. I don't give a fuck. This is like a podcast. Let it be a podcast. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, number 9. Find what works and do it. So, when I was lower level, or when I'm on lower levels in characters that I'm raising, I wind up playing, like Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin, like a whole lot. And Arathi Basin, let me fucking tell you, Arathi Basin is my favorite. And let me give you an example of finding what works and doing it. I had one team a while back that just so happened to capture BS. Now, if you're not familiar with Arathi Basin, let me give you the rundown. Horde starts here, Alliance starts here. Horde starts with farm, or they don't start with it, they have to capture it. Same thing for Alliance with stables. Up here you got mines. Down here you got lumber mill. Middle you have blacksmith. Alright? I played this one game a long time ago. I was playing Horde. Somebody stayed behind and got farm. Everybody else rushed blacksmith in the very middle, and we wound up with both. 4 people guarding blacksmith. No, 3 people guarding blacksmith, 4 people guarding farm. Alliance took stables, took lumber mill, tried to go farm, got thwarted. At that point, when everyone is dead from their first rush, when the Alliance are dead from their first rush, you can branch out anywhere. You can take lumber mill. You can take mine. You can go fuck with them and take stables. Especially if they come down and take farm, go fucking take stables. But my point is, take blacksmith in the middle and keep it. It has a graveyard. It's right dead center. If you're guarding blacksmith and somebody says, ink mine, mine is right there. If somebody says, ink stables, stables is right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a short distance away from anything. Anybody guarding it is not really like too out of the way to go assist somebody else. Capture BS. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is when you play a game, right, and you're dominating, pay attention to details like that. What base did you have the whole time? And what special properties does that base have? Is that base close to fucking everything like blacksmith is? Does that base have a graveyard in it? These are things you need to consider. Okay? So find out what works, do it over and over and over again. And let me add on to this one, communicate that to your group, to your raid group, as you join. Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. Right after you join the BG, say to your whole raid group, this is exactly what I say. This is exactly what I say when I win. All right, the games that I win, I go, all right, guys, you know the drill. Somebody stay behind and get farm. Maybe leave a couple of defense on farm. It doesn't matter. And then everybody else rush blacksmith, take blacksmith, keep blacksmith, get honor, win, have fun. And everybody's like, okay. And they do it. And, I know it's what works, so I say it. They assume I know what works. They're reading the chat. Thank God. Some fucking BGs. No one reads the chat. Last one that I did, our raid leader, we couldn't call raid warnings because our raid leader spoke Spanish only and didn't know. Somebody was like, pass me raid leader. And he was like, okay. And like saying that he didn't speak English. And it was like, well, fuck. Like, what do we even do? What do we even do? We have to completely communicate in here. It's clear that not everybody's reading the chat. It's a fucking mess. What even was that one? Find what works and do it. Number 10, stay positive. It's weird because what the fuck can I say about this? It's so ambiguous, but it's pretty damn important. So when you enter the BG, you stay positive. And when you guys are fucking losing, you stay just as positive, not any more positive, and not any less positive. Why? Not any more? Because you're already at 100%. Don't sit there like you're on crack. Let me say though, there have been games where my team, let's say Arathi Basin, I do remember games where we were at like 700 resources. They hit 1200 resources, and we four-capped and kept their one from being capped. So we four-capped, they had 0, and we won. Okay? It's possible. So as soon as you see the thing come up, Alliance has collected 1,200 resources and is ready to win or whatever the fuck, don't listen to it. Don't say good game. Don't say, well, we tried. Especially don't say, you guys fucking suck. Good, like, nice job, and leave. It's not what you do. Just keep playing. Keep playing hard. Play harder. Fuck it. Play harder. But stay just as positive. It's still your game. You know what I mean? And you know what? People, when you're calling out inks and stuff like that, there will be people that are like, it's just a game. Why do you take it so seriously? Why do I take it so seriously? It's a fucking game. Like, if you want to play a game of, like, Risk, the board game, if you want to play Risk, you don't just, like, sit around the fucking table and just move pieces wherever, the whole, like, 8 people sitting around the table, not rolling dice or fucking anything, just moving the pieces around. That's not what you do. You play by the rules, and you play to win. So, like, it's not that I'm taking it too seriously. It's not that I'm, like, letting it take priority over real life. I'm letting it take the priority of a game. This is a game. And it has objectives, and you want to accomplish them, do you not? I mean, number one, paramount to everything, you want to have fun. But you know what? Winning is fun as shit. So I'm going to say stay positive. And you know what? Number 11, work together. What I was saying about the gates, how everybody's got to attack the same gate, attack the same gate. When you see somebody getting ganged up on in the middle of a very important fight, gang up on the other people, CC the healer, CC the tank. You need to work together, and that obviously that goes in with communicating and all that. But you need your teammates. You need your teammates. All right. This is really hard to explain, but the biggest problem that I see when I enter BGs is that these people don't realize that they are part of a team. They don't realize that they have teammates. In fact, they're competing with their teammates. They're having some kind of fucking like ego battle with them. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. Your team is you, and your team is as important as you. When you die, they die, and when they die, you die. Okay? And if you want to know how you've played BGs where they camp out the fucking graveyard and just kill you as you spawn. They do these 11 things, and especially they communicate. They're not all shit talking each other. You know what I mean? Like when they're camping your fucking graveyard, right? When they're camping your graveyard, and they're seriously just raining death upon you. You know, you die, you're back at the graveyard. You can already fucking see them. You respawn, you're dead immediately. Let me tell you something, or let me ask you something. Do you think that they're all gathered around your graveyard, spawn killing you, saying to each other, "You fucking faggot"? Do you think they're like, like, why don't you know how to fucking play? You know what I mean? Do you think that's how they're acting when they're killing it? Fuck no. They are laughing with each other. They're playing. They're enjoying themselves. And especially, they're talking to each other. I mean, the number one way to win BGs is have the whole fucking team on curse on your headset and be communicating with them all constantly. Because if you know everybody by name, you can be like, you here, you here, you here. You know what everybody's class is. Oh, that's ideal. This is mostly for random BGs, although these things obviously do apply with friends. But this is how people are good, alright? This is how some people get crazy stupid honor. This is how some people go to tournaments and get paid to play World of Warcraft. On this hand. And then the lack of these strategies on this hand, it's the person who just like never plays BGs. They forget why. They log in once in a while. Or they join the queue every once in a while. They get in there, they realize they're not doing so good, and they're like, "Fuck you, faggot, you faggot," and then they leave. That's the difference between these people, is communication. I really want to stress that. And maybe that'll help you stop sucking. Okay? You don't have to fight with each other. You don't have to fight with each other. You don't have to fight in the road. I'll say it. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. If you want to just kill shit, you don't really know your keybinds, you don't know the objectives of the BGs or anything like that, go to the arena and get killed. Do world PvP and kill some shit until somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing comes along. And I want to, sorry. I want to say, you ever been totally fucking owned? Why do you think that is? Why do you think those people have an edge on you? Now, this goes beyond communication. I'm talking about when you're level 100 and you're terrorizing some town of the opposing faction, and then some one guy from the opposing faction swoops in and fucks your day up. Why do you think that happened? Maybe that's for the next video. Some of these tips that I just gave you absolutely apply, but most of them don't. If it's one person, what does communication have to do with anything? That's for a next video. But if you want to kill shit, BGs is not where you go. Killing shit is the last thing you want to do in BGs, is killing other players. BGs is not where you go to fight. BGs is like soccer, but everybody has a sword. But, in soccer with swords, you don't just, the field doesn't just open up and everybody kills each other until there's just one guy left. And even still, WoW isn't like that. You respawn. So it doesn't matter if they're fucking dead. Good job. You got like less than 1 honor. You got fractions of honor for every one of those kills. What does that get you? What is that weird satisfaction? You know what? If there is any satisfaction you're getting out of that, it wears away. It goes away real quick. I mean, it doesn't. It's fun. It's always fun. It's fun. But you're gonna need something more. You're gonna get sick of the game if you just go kill shit. There's an objective. Complete it. Talk to your fucking team. Don't insult your team. They are you. When someone tells you to do something, don't get all bitchy about it and cut off your nose to spite your face. Don't just start doing fucking something. Oh my god. Really. It's this easy. Just like be friends with the people on your team for like fucking what? It takes 10 minutes to do a BG, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'm getting frustrated. But you feel me. I know you do. I hope you absorbed something good from this video, guys. I love my subscribers, yo. I really do. And I love the subscribers that have stuck around since I started streaming. I haven't streamed in a few days because my PC is fucking just totally dead. Maybe I'll make more videos like this. I'm still playing WoW. Um, Maybe I'll put my BattleNet up if anybody wants to play, but I don't think my subscribers play WoW. I think the people that are watching me play WoW are, new. Uh, so yeah, here's a 30-minute video on how to win BGs. My name is Ogasiv, aka Oblivion Guru ES4. I've been making videos for like 5 fucking years. Maybe 4, but still a long time. Peace out, guys. Go win some fucking BGs and be good to your teammates. And if they're not being good to you, don't be shitty back. Let me add this. Don't be shitty back. Let them know we will only win as friends. Peace the fuck out, you fucking faggots. Bye.